Talk show with the voice of Penn State football and men's basketball. You never know what special guest may stop on by any given day. Now here's the man of the hour, Mr. Steve Jones.
What a great night for playoffs.
Oh, was it ever?
The Victor Wembanyama performance was mind-blowing to watch. 40-some-odd points, 24 rebounds, block shots.
How many minutes he played, too. He's not used to playing those minutes. And that's the other part of it. And it goes to double overtime.
He had a game-winning shot, and Chet Holmgren blocked it. I mean, people forget Chet's the second-best shot blocker in the NBA.
They blocked the shot on Wemby to send it to overtime.
That's what I just said.
Yep. Well, I was listening. Yeah.
And so it was just remarkable to watch. And then, SGA made his plays last night.
Yeah, he didn't play well, though. Shot the ball poorly. And you're not going to have... That's, I think, the bright side of the Thunder last night. You're not going to have him shoot as poorly like that every series game.
Plus, I thought Williams did.
Exactly. That was the other part. You're not going to have Williams play as bad as he played. So I think you're also not going to have Castle turn it over as much as he did. So that's the bright side of game one of what should be a very exciting series. The Spurs have played the Thunder well all year, and that's going to be the fun part of this series. I think it's going to be...
Well, these are the top two seeds in the West.
Yeah, and the Spurs are just a very... Not the Thunder aren't, but the Spurs are a very, very well-assembled team. And they built through... yes, they built through Wemby, but they built the team around him and built it incredibly well. And that's absolutely... Greg Popovich steps away. You wonder... what direction this team's going to go, and it's gone in the right direction since. It really has. It's an incredible team.
Question.
The guard play is there. The shooters are there. And then obviously inside you have Wemby, who is a guy that can beat you in so many ways. He's still, and the scary part of it, he's still developing. He still has to work on his footwork a little bit inside.
Get better, man.
But he is just, he's so good. It's almost unguardable. I don't want to say unguardable. Nobody's unguardable, but... he's tough. A guy can hit a three from a logo, and then he can work inside.
That was the one that got me.
Yeah,
the one that got me was the they're down three, and he steps up and he fires a 38-foot three and knocks it down. You're like going, what in the heck are we doing here?
Blank. Yeah, that was.
I mean, that is.
And at that time in overtime, the shots weren't falling.
Remarkable.
That's the part of it. Yeah, they had the lead. They had, a 4-point lead. Thunder go on the 7-0 run. And then, Wemby hits that three that was just unbelievable.
It's, I mean, just one of the truly great performances. And this follows what Montreal did, winning in overtime.
What a game that was.
I mean, that was crazy. So it's like, holy mackerel. Great playoff performances last night. R.J. Lewis, who played at St. John's, played in the G League. He's going to play basketball at LSU. He opted for the draft, wasn't drafted.
Can't stand that.
Goes to the G League. I'm sorry. It's
once you play at the pro level, you're done.
It's time to get on with your life's work.
Yeah, absolutely. That it drives me nuts because it literally is just that has to be changed.
Yeah.
Heck, these athletes before NIL came in, you hired an agent, you were done. Let alone whether you made it you played pro ball or semi-pro ball or anything else. That's now we're in an era where they're just letting everything go, and it's just not. No, when you have reached the point where you feel like, all right, I'm going to go at the pro level, you should not be able to return to school. Period.
I mean, I'm sorry. Can you return to high school? No, you cannot return to high school.
No,
I'm sorry. You can't treat. They've got to do the 5-year thing and say it's 5 years. That's it. You're done.
Yeah.
Again, You want to opt for the draft, and then right after the draft, you want to opt to go back to college basketball because you weren't drafted? Okay, but that's right after the draft. You don't just like going, you know what, I'm only making $35,000 to $50,000 a year playing in the G League. And you made the choice, dude.
Exactly. You made that choice. You bet on yourself, and look, sometimes we bet on ourselves and it doesn't work.
Every time I turn around, like they expect on the college level to be bailed out.
Yeah.
Right.
Which you shouldn't be. And that's absolutely not. There are enough rules in place now, not counting these rules where you go pro and come back. Go pro in essentially the G League. But there's enough rules in place right now where if you don't feel your stock is worthy, you can go back. There are a lot of luxuries now that the players of years ago did not have.
Yeah. Look, they got to do the 5 and 5. Now, something else that happened, I'm going to get to Sorsby here in a moment. All right, but the SCORE Act, which the NCAA, we want the SCORE Act. Well, you aren't going to get the SCORE Act. Okay, it's not going to happen. It got rejected again by Congress last night. SCORE Act, which was set to be voted on this week by the House of Representatives, was pulled. This comes after the Congressional Black Caucus announced united opposition against the bill. They say they cannot support the legislation benefiting major athletic institutions that continue to remain silent while black voting rights and black political power are being systematically dismantled across the South. This is what their statement says. Senator Maria Cantwell and Senator Ted Cruz continue to work on a bipartisan plan in the Senate as an alternative to the SCORE Act. And it does have, for the most part, it looks like the president's support. But the SCORE Act is not going to happen, which is the Student Compensation and Opportunity Through Rights and Endorsements SCORE Act. It's like Spectre. The R in Spectre stands for revenge. It does. In the James Bond 007 movies. Sought to provide more regulation and attempt to calm the chaotic environment around name, image, and likeness, revenue sharing, and the transfer portal. It was scheduled to be up for a vote in December as well, but was pulled due to bipartisan backlash. They say it's well-intended, but it falls short. It's not ready for prime time since Representative Chip Roy of Texas, he's a Republican. On Monday, prior to the bill being pulled for a vote, Athletes.org posted an open letter urging Congress not to pass it. They say it's the wrong way to do it, not because college sports are beyond saving, but because this bill risks codifying the same power imbalance that created this chaos in the first place. But here's the problem you have right now. There is an imbalance.
Yeah, completely.
Right?
Yep.
And the imbalance before was wrong, which is all on the management side.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The imbalance now is on the player side.
Absolutely.
That also is wrong.
Yep.
Right? It's got to be in the middle where both give and both benefit. That's the way it has to be. And right now, you have coaches and athletic departments fearing their own players.
Absolutely.
Like, really? Look, I'm right now finishing up my football prep. The only thing I have to do now is the statistical workup on the Maryland defense. Everything else is done. Jason, the number of transfers
it's ridiculous.
On here
it's absolutely ridiculous.
Are all over the place. And it's not just the starters. It's backups and things like that.
Sure.
Right? Because tomorrow I'm going to start working on basketball, and I'm going to see the same thing.
Oh, you're going to see, you could see worse. Yeah.
Well, it's just fewer players.
Fewer players, yeah.
It's fewer players.
Yeah,
so
in terms of movement, you probably are going to see
more tolerable to go through. Because when you're doing football, I'm putting like 60 names down as opposed to putting 15. And, well, Jesus, more than 60. Let me just think here. 4, 10, 20, 30. It's about 75 names. Right. Now, some guys do stay. Some guys, I'll give you one. The tight end for Maryland, since I just was working on Maryland. Preston Howard played 2 years at Maryland. Great. Okay. He played against Penn State 2 years ago, caught a couple of passes in the game. Except he didn't play for Maryland last year. He played for Auburn. And guess what he's done? He's transferred back to Maryland. It's like, okay. It's kind of like a King Max scenario with Alabama.
Yeah, with Alabama.
Yeah. So, but they talk about the imbalance, okay? For decades, there was an imbalance, and it favored completely the management side.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'm not going to renew your scholarship. Their 1 year scholarships were 1 year deals. I'm not going to renew your scholarship, whatever. I mean, you're kind of left in the cold. If you transferred, you had to sit out a year. So it was over on this far left side. Well, now the imbalance in the last 3 years is way over here. The other way.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right? All of us think that each one of these individuals, especially in football and men's basketball, should be getting money.
Yeah.
Right?
Agreed. Sure.
Right? And
that's why I think there was...
And just so people understand, why do I say football and men's basketball? Because that's where the TV contracts are
coming from, and you're making money.
Wrestlers getting money, great. Ice hockey players getting money, great. Women's basketball players getting money, great. Volleyball players getting money, great. I have no issue with that. But remember, the TV contracts are specifically for football and men's basketball. And that's where the big money is.
Absolutely.
That's keeping athletic departments somewhat either afloat or alive. One of the two. But the imbalance over here, right, where players can do what they want, and when they don't get it, they go to court, which brings us now to Brendan Sorsby. Okay, so the Sorsby thing, just to remind everybody, Texas Tech quarterback, hasn't played for Texas Tech yet. But played at Cincinnati, played at Indiana. He is accused, and he admits he gambled.
Yep,
he admits it. Right? This is not somebody that's trying to hide. I mean, he was trying to hide what he was doing before.
Now that he knows.
Okay, but now he's come out. He's gone to let me have the right words here. But he's now filed a court injunction. Are you shocked? Everything's a court injunction these days.
Yep.
All right, and let's do it in the Lubbock County District Court. Where is Texas Tech? Lubbock County.
Of course.
They say the NCAA's deeply hypocritical position on gambling and a wholesale abandonment of its obligations and duties to promote the well-being of Brendan Sorsby. The NCAA prohibits student athletes from betting on any NCAA-sanctioned sport, professional or collegiate. Penalties can include permanent ineligibility, especially in cases in which the athletes wagered on their own team or manipulated their performance. Well, evidently, he wagered on his team, Indiana. Now, he's brought in Jeffrey Kessler. We've talked about him many times. Kessler is a brilliant attorney, by the way. And also Scott Thompson. I know nothing about him. He's currently ineligible to play for Texas Tech due to prior violations of the NCAA sports gambling rules. They say he's been, quote, irreparably harmed if this injunction is not granted. All right. And the NCAA says they haven't even received anything about reinstatement. They haven't even received a request for reinstatement yet. NCAA statement said the association's sports betting rules are clear, as are the reinstatement conditions. Texas Tech says he's ineligible for competition after finalizing an agreed-upon stipulation of facts between the University, the NCAA, and Sorsby. The university also says it intends to quickly initiate the reinstatement process. The primary focus is supporting his health and well-being. They say that the quarterback suffers from, this is legit, a clinically diagnosed gambling disorder,
sure,
which is a mental health condition.
Absolutely. Yeah,
okay?
And that's...
Okay, so this, I understand this.
I fully do.
Okay, completely understand this. They go on to say the NCAA has weaponized his condition to shore up a facade of competitive integrity. No, he did that himself.
Absolutely.
Hey?
Yeah.
He did that.
Mm-hmm.
They say that the NCAA profits from the very gambling ecosystem it polices. I'm confused by that. Where? The NCAA does not have, to my knowledge, any dealings with MGM Bet, FanDuel,
no, they would
DraftKings.
No.
Are they on the board?
Yeah, sure.
In sports books?
Absolutely.
Of course they're on the board in sports books. They always have been.
Yeah.
On the board in sports books. But I don't recall the NCAA taking any money from any...
Not that I know of.
I don't think they have any corporate sponsorship with any, and they've told the TV networks they can't do it.
They can't do it. Yeah, that's why I really don't think so.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Do they now use Las Vegas as a site?
Sure.
For the NCAA?
Of course.
Yeah. Is there sports book in the places that they're playing the games? Yes. But that doesn't mean, it
doesn't mean they're endorsing it.
That's a stretch.
Completely. There's not, baseball, you're throwing the first pitch and behind home plate is the electronic sign that's promoting it.
Right, sure.
That's not the case in the NCAA at all.
Right. The filing says the relief is narrow. One student athlete and one senior season. The NCAA will suffer no harm for letting Mr. Sorsby play football while this case proceeds. But if the court does not act, no future judgment can give Mr. Sorsby what the NCAA will have taken from him. No offense, but he took it from himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Says if he cannot practice with the team, it will severely be detrimental to his mental health and his development as an athlete. Without access to coaching, teammates, and on-field repetitions, he can't develop the chemistry and skills necessary to start a quarterback for the 2026 season. That each additional day away compounds the harm. These developmental opportunities cannot be replaced or replicated. I mean, that's true. But, again, he offered to accept a 2-game suspension based on completing his residential treatment for his gambling addiction. He also offered to work with the NCAA to educate others on the dangers of gambling. The filing claims the NCAA, in rejecting the offer, disregarded its own policies by not coming to a decision in a timely manner. Well, it just came out last month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not. That's ridiculous. That's
the filing.
For crying out loud, there's lawsuits from the NCAA that are decades long.
Well, they go on to say in the filing, throughout the process, the NCAA has arbitrarily stalled at every turn, despite the fact that it knows that the clock is ticking for Mr. Sorsby. Look, Mr. Sorsby, Brendan Sorsby, started the clock himself.
Uh-huh.
All right. I mean, I'm not trying to be cruel here.
It's the truth.
I'm saying at some point
there's consequence for your actions. Are we flawed as human beings? Absolutely. But there's consequences for our actions when they're not the appropriate thing to do.
Right. Again, and I know that the bets are nominal.
Yes.
That's why he flew so far under the radar,
Sure.
because he wasn't out there throwing out a few thousand here and a few thousand there.
Right.
And a few. His bets were between $5 and $50. But there's over 1,000 of them.
There's over 1,000 of them. And what you're betting on, in his case, is not going to help him either.
Okay. The bets placed by Brendan Sorsby included small wagers on Indiana football between $5 and $50, the filing says, to win or for teammates to exceed expectations. He did not play in any of the games for the Hoosiers. The filing claims he stopped betting in 2022 when he became the Hoosiers' backup quarterback. Now, he did play in 22. He played in 2022 in one game.
Yeah.
It was Penn State.
Yeah.
Right? And yes, he did play in Beaver Stadium. He played in Beaver Stadium in 2023. If he has this gambling addiction, he didn't stop betting in 2022.
Not a chance.
I mean, you can make that assumption.
Yeah, and I think it's a very fair assumption.
Sorsby filing contends he took accountability for breaking NCAA rule violations, which he did. He has.
Sure.
Right? Undisputedly did not raise any integrity issues because they did not threaten or influence the outcome of games. I mean, I know he didn't play, but he's on the team.
Still on the team. Yeah,
right?
It's still on the team. It affects the game.
Which also means that he's sitting in every single meeting. He probably was the scout team quarterback.
Strategies, yep, absolutely.
Right? And has more inside information that other people would not have about Indiana football. Now, 2022, why do you think he didn't place why do you think he didn't place a bet in that game? He didn't know he was going to play in the game because he did not start the game.
No.
I'm trying to think. Did he start? No, he did not start the game.
No, he didn't start. No.
He came off the bench. Yep. Penix started the game. Penix got hurt.
Yep.
And
that was the primetime game here.
And so he doesn't expect to play. But Penn State was the prohibitive favorite going into the game. Like prohibitive. That's probably why he didn't put any money on the game.
Right.
To be clear, I never placed any bets against Indiana or against any players on my teams.
Doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
At all. I never used any non-public information that I knew about the team in deciding what bets to place. Please.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Okay, you cannot sit there and tell me that you're sitting in the meeting room, right? And this defensive back does this, they do this in this coverage. We can exploit that.
Absolutely.
That matchup is favorable for us. Okay. We love this matchup here. What if you're placing individual bets on individual players?
You don't think you're going to look at that? You better believe
you don't think the coaching staff didn't sit there and tell? What do you think? They go into the room and go, "Look, because of the possibility of betting, we're not going to tell you which matchups we think we can exploit." I don't think so. I mean, come on. And my bets were purely intended to make me feel more connected to the game and my teammates and give me more of a reason to root for my teammates.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's not a sports thing.
Because the Indiana football team was not a very strong competitor in 2022, I lost most of the bets I placed. In retrospect, by the end of my freshman year in Indiana, I was truly addicted to gambling. I began placing hundreds of bets on anything and everything, including non-major doubles tennis and the Major League Baseball draft. Sorsby's representatives had a call with the NCAA on Friday and were informed the organization is requesting that precise amounts that were bet and how much money was won and lost on certain bets be included in the stipulated facts in his request for reinstatement. I think that's a fair request.
Yep, great.
Okay. For example, I put $5 down in this, $5 in that. Okay. Now, do I start to look at it differently when it's like $5? Probably.
As opposed to, I agree.
In terms of like, you're not done for the year.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Even like if he says it's between $5 and $50, I'm sitting there like going, you're going to be suspended. And Now it depends on what we see. Do I include conference games? All right.
Yeah.
As to the suspension.
Mm-hmm.
Suit also claims that Texas Tech is harmed as without a ruling of reinstatement, the program cannot plan, prepare, or build around starting quarterback.
You got to prepare as if he's not going to be there.
Guess what? If he's in, if he's sitting there in the last year in June, okay, Max Granville at home was training with his dad and injured his knee and was out for the year.
Yeah.
Penn State was preparing and planning as if he was going to be one of the rotational defensive ends. Suddenly he's not there anymore.
Yeah, happens.
Okay? So what?
Yeah, literally happens. Yeah.
Here's the other part, okay? And it's not really in this story here, but here's the other part that I do know is in the filing because I read part of the filing. Is that they are claiming there is a time frame here because the time to enter the NFL supplemental draft is June 22nd. And I know that's in the filing. I mean, it is brought up. So June 22nd is the day you'd have to declare for the NFL supplemental draft. And I don't think there's been a player taken in the NFL supplemental draft since 2019.
Been a while.
That would be 2019.
It's been a bit. Yeah, because it's.
Right. I mean, look, certain guys have been picked. Bernie Kosar was a supplemental draft pick. Josh Gordon was a supplemental draft pick. Terrell Pryor was a supplemental draft pick.
I want to say Chris Carter was.
Chris Carter very well may have been.
Ahmad Brooks, obviously, the linebacker, ended up with the 49ers was. Yeah, Chris Carter was. Yep, Josh Gordon.
Yeah.
Kosar, you got that. Yep.
Yep. So.
Yep, Ahmad Brooks. Yep, we got them all. Pretty much the main guys we know.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yep.
Good. They say the NCAA has manufactured an impossible bind. It delays its reinstatement decision while the NFL deadline closes in. Look, this just happened.
Yeah.
How many weeks ago?
Yeah. Yep.
Right? They met with them on Friday.
Yeah.
They requested more information. Yeah. It's May 19th.
It happens.
But it's May 19th.
Yeah.
There's still 4.5 weeks until we get to June 22nd. I don't know. This is... you always want to be... Okay, well, here's one for you. Okay? This just happened. Iowa State running back Alan Alla is going to miss the 2026 season. He tore his ACL, said head coach Jimmy Rogers. Major blow for the offense that lost 96% of its rushing production.
Sure.
In fact, 80% of it's sitting right now at Latch Building.
Good percent of it's right here. I was going to say those exact words.
Carson Hansen was a big-time player. This kid transferred in from Oregon State. But see, that's what I'm talking about. And now they just sit there and they're like, this is, they go through spring practice. This isn't what they were going to. Okay? I hope he straightens things out. And by the way, he is a talented player. So I hope he gets his shot at whatever it happens to be.
Sure.
But, like, when I see people going to get court injunctions left and right, I sit there and go, oh, come on.
I agree.
I'm sorry, that's not... and of course, we go to let's go to the court that we think we got the best shot in. Like, okay, great. You know, now I mean you've got the kid at Alabama who played in the G League, and then they're fighting to keep him eligible. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Hey, there's got to be some court out there that says, "No, I'm sorry. You know, you turned professional. You made the choice. All right? You made the choice."
Absolutely.
So, it is. I don't know. Right now, it's a mess. And when you're getting the courts involved, doesn't mean there aren't some wise judges out there, but like, you know, temporary injunction and this, temporary injunction. Like, oh, I mean, Penn State's playing Rutgers last year. One of the defensive backs, right, had to get a court injunction on Monday to play in the game. Now, he was no factor in the game.
Right.
Right. Yeah. But like Jack and I both knew that, like, oh, Monday, really? Because there was a question about his eligibility. Like, okay. You have right now a mess.
Completely. Yeah.
And I've said once, I've said many times, the administrators and the coaches need structure. The players need structure. They may not think they do, but they do. And you know who needs structure? The people that buy the tickets. The fans need some structure.
Agreed.
Right? They want to be out there rooting for something that has structure. Okay? You have movement in every professional sports league, but the movement is under the guise of structure. And we just went through the NFL. All right, we have Super Bowl's over. Now it's time for the combine. Now it's time for the free agency process. Now it's time for the pro day workouts. Now it's time for the draft. Okay, let's sign undrafted free agents. I mean, every step of the way there's structure. Major League Baseball is structure. Hey, my contract's up. I can move around. Okay, I can't move around until after my 6th year, Paul Skeens.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be a free agent. Right. Connor Griffin signs an arbitration contract. What's his deal, 9 years?
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
So he signs a 9-year deal, which essentially gives him a lot of money, but also at the same time avoids arbitration for 9 years. Okay. They did the same thing with Roman Anthony in Boston. And the NHL, we know, players make some moves here and there or get traded, but there's structure. The NBA, we all know about how wild and wacky it is in the days leading up to July 1st when you're allowed to have, quote, legalized tampering. But it's still organized.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. College sports, not organized. Not organized.
Not one bit.
Again,
agreed.
I've said many times, what is to keep a player, let's just keep it under the 12-team playoff structure, that once they're with a program that, say they Penn State hit the mid-mark, and what were they, 3-4? What's to have kept all those players from saying, I'm going to get ready for the draft, I'm out of here?
Yeah, it's true. And players have done it.
Mm-hmm. Now, they do have contracts now.
Yeah.
So there is, depends what does the language in the contract say. Because now let's go back to Sorsby. This is not the only court case he's involved in. You know that, right? He's involved in the court case where Cincinnati wants the buyout money, which I think is $1 million, which he didn't pay. Maybe the Double Eagle Energy guys can take care of that.
They can work things. They can work magic in Texas.
I mean, they can pay $1 million for a softball pitcher. It was worth it. I'm like going, on the field, yes. I said, but I have financial ledgers here that tell me it was not worth it. You lost money. Lots of it.
Wouldn't you rather have lost money with one of the top 5 pitchers of all time that played at your school?
Yeah.
Many years ago?
Okay, don't
20 years ago?
It was worth it. I don't think so. So, yeah, this is... the whole thing is a mess, and I wish I could tell you. I mean, look, I've already gone through what I think are the possible solutions, and I would also like to point out that collective bargaining, well, I think is the way you have to go with this. It does not mean that it's a perfect solution. Right? It doesn't mean that. And I mean, there would still be problems with it, but it would at least give you some structure as to what's going on. You know, how does the portal handle? What about NIL? What about? I mean, you essentially already have in there. There's a cap on the internal money. I mean, there is cap on the internal money, which will be 21.3 for the upcoming year. But still, it's so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, we tried to put a cap on the internal money we give you.
Well,
and your lawyers. Oh,
I tell you,
what a group of sharks!
Do we cheat them, and how never fails me.
Oh, I tell you right now, you want to talk about fear? Whew, man, I gotta give you credit.
That's right.
I mean, you put the fear into all these people around here. But I mean, you do have the cap on that.
Sure.
But, for example, it was interesting, Nebraska, the 18 Nebraska football players that it was brought up by the clearinghouse that they said no to however the deal was structured with Playfly. That's who it was structured with. And it got upheld in court. I was surprised by that. I mean, it's not like I know what the deals say, but I kind of sat there and went, like all this stuff, hey, let's go to court. We're good. Right? And I was genuinely surprised by this. It actually got rejected. Kind of like some of your NIL deals.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you. I don't understand why, just because I go for companies that are bankrupt and no longer in existence, I don't know why they were rejected.
See, the problem I have is and this goes back to you trying to get all this autograph stuff online. You just don't deal with reputable people.
I'll tell you what. That is... Unfortunately, sports trading cards, sports memorabilia, you have
that's why
a handful that are very reputable. You have
that's why Jason Dombach's so good.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. It's spectacular. You have some very reputable and respected people, and then you have some very shady words I can't say in the air. That's sports memorabilia. I can imagine the folks that collect Star Wars stuff and other things, and Probably the same exact way. I don't think there's any question. And unfortunately, it's the world we live in. But yeah, you hit it on the head with autographs. There's no question. I can't tell anybody. To any listener out there, I can't emphasize enough to be extremely careful when it comes to stuff like that. There's no question.
You are. There'll be a Spikes game, and you're always. I mean,
man of the people. I'm always in line for the bobblehead.
Ay. You are something else. I got to give you credit.
Well, I couldn't believe, was it the Orioles, 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, gave away a Tupac Shakur bobblehead, and people lined the streets at about 12 hours in advance for it.
Right.
That's insane.
Yeah, that was a little different.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I want to say he was associated in some way, and to the folks that are idolized him, I may be wrong on this. I want to say he was associated with Baltimore in some way. How I don't recall, but
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think and I'm not saying it was with the Orioles.
I have no idea what his association with Baltimore would be. None.
Lived in Baltimore during his teenage life.
Oh, did he?
And his family resided in
I don't
Greenmount
really
Avenue.
know too much about him.
Yep,
I just
attended the middle school there, high school.
I just know how he died. I mean,
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah, that was a heck of. Well, it wasn't a guess. I did know that, but yeah, I do not know his.
You're way up on me on
just
that.
I do not know his autobiography. I can tell you that. You would have quizzed me on him, I'd flunk it.
You would flunk.
Yeah, no question.
Well, yeah, this is. I don't know. You this whole thing with the Sorsby thing is just something where I sit back and go, I don't know. I'm just like, it's bothersome in that. Is that the reason he's in this spot is him.
Yeah.
Okay? He's the reason that he's in this spot. It has nothing to do with anybody else but him. And they're making it seem like everybody else is the their problem. It's like, no, he's in this spot because he did it all by himself. That's the issue here, to me. You tell me if I'm wrong about that, but they're making it out to be everybody else's problem, but
absolutely
his.
Not. Yep.
Like, no, it is his problem.
Certainly.
And that's why when I look at it, like, the blame is being placed everywhere else. And I'm like, I don't know. That's what makes it so squirrely about what he's asking. I mean, if I'm his attorneys, I'm asking for him to be reinstated. At least, he obviously does not want to go pro.
Right.
Okay? He does not want to go pro. He wants to play one more year of college football probably with the idea of enhancing his pro stock.
Pro stock, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, they all say he's a nice prospect. I think he's fine.
Yeah.
I think he's a good quarterback. He did a nice job at Cincinnati. When I saw him in Indiana, I didn't really think twice about him as a pro prospect because he'd been a backup.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, and that was, I think, part of it for me. I remember Penix there. I knew Penix had so much potential.
Yeah.
Despite the injuries, and I didn't even think twice of any other quarterback at that time.
All right. Then he came into the game at Beaver Stadium, came off the bench for that. And you're like, okay. I mean, then he transferred to Cincinnati, and to his credit, got older, blossomed.
Mm-hmm.
Great situation for him. Did pretty well. And then he, went into the portal. But again, there's still the $1 million hanging out there that Cincinnati claims that they are owed. They've gone to court over that. And now you've got this. It's a mess.
Complete mess.
And
Absolutely.
you can't sit there and keep blaming everybody else for your mess.
I agree.
Well, it's about time you agreed, right? For goodness sakes, all the times we tried to get you to...
there's no doubt.
All the times we tried to get you to own up to all the stuff you've done.
Well, that's a track record that is, oh, boy.
Oh, I mean, my goodness,
they'd make another Police Academy movie with that track record.
I keep waiting for Doge to come up to you. Do you know this guy? No, we do not. We don't know this guy at all. The only time, have you ever seen him? Yes, he's always the second or third in line for the bobbleheads at Medler Field. Tell me I'm wrong about that one.
Not usually. Nope.
Usually like second or third.
Usually pretty early. Yep.
Right.
Usually pretty early.
And then I walk up and I look at you and I do this.
Yep, just shake the head. Yep. Yeah. I imagine the athlete giving the bobblehead out probably does the same thing.
It's like Comcast, they're promoting Major League Baseball. The guy walks to the plate. He goes, how old? The kid says, how old are you? He says, I'm 11.
I'm 11. Some teams got away with that in Williamsport for years.
Whoa,
Fortunately, not anymore.
Oh, boy.
Fortunately, not anymore.
Unfortunately, it hurts State College.
It hurt State College in a big way.
Hurts State College.
Yes, it did.
God. Danny, and I remember when it happened.
I completely remember it.
No, but I remember when it happened. I'm talking like in the process of the tournament. We had somebody there. And I wasn't there. But we had somebody there, and they said, I'm telling you, the Almonte kid, everybody's saying the Almonte kid is not 12. This is during the tournament.
During the tournament, yeah.
They said, how do we handle it? I said, you can't say anything about it. No. If you have no proof. I said, it's one thing to have somebody say it to you. So it's another thing for you to have proof. I said, if he's out there pitching, he's out there pitching.
Yeah. And that to Williamsport's credit. They busted not only Amante, but they got the Philippines team pretty quickly because years before that when they beat Long Beach, California with Sean Burroughs.
And they also got the Jackie Robinson, the little league in, I think, south side of Chicago. Because they were going outside of the boundaries to get players. Something like that. I mean, it's little
league baseball.
See, this is what bothers me.
It's supposed to be fun. Okay? Yes.
It's little league. Like, if we're looking to do things with 11 and 12-year-olds, how on earth desperate are you?
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, it's little league.
Little league. Yeah. Yep. It's the unfortunate thing that's, as much as all of us love sports with a strong passion, it has its evil side. And
everybody's trying to get an edge.
Everybody's trying to, exactly. That's exactly right.
You do high school football. Okay?
Sure.
When State College goes up against a parochial school, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, unfortunately, you're at a disadvantage. There's no doubt about it, and it's why, for years, and it is making a further push this year. It's why they try to separate them.
I mean,
And it's unfortunate. It's not enough to play up a class anymore when you're a parochial school.
Right, I know.
It just isn't.
Okay, you have people trying to get an edge in Little League. Little League?
Yeah.
You have people trying to get an edge in high school sports. Right? Here's one for you. Do the best you can with the talent in town. And you have coaches fired. You're not good enough. Not good enough.
Well,
your kids might not be good enough.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part of it. So many people coach from the stands that drive great coaches out of their position. There's no doubt. That happens way too often at the
it's high school level. Okay. Every single kid and every single coach, guess what they all want to do? They all want to win.
Absolutely.
I feel it should really get serious when you get to the level we're talking about here.
Sure.
To me, that's when it should really get serious.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm not saying high school playoffs aren't serious and things like that. They are, but it's still...
Yes.
It's still high school.
It's still high school.
And to me, it's still supposed to be your town against their town.
Absolutely.
Of course, now with the regionals, you can't.
You can't do it as much.
You can't do it because they've had to regionalize so many schools. But it's supposed to be your town against their town. Man, we've lost that stuff.
Completely.
We've lost it.
We sure have.
You know. I mean, I boycotted listening to you on Friday nights.
Well, you're not alone there.
Hey, now I'd like to say what really hurts is the other guy's really good. No.
And he is.
Oh,
Adam is phenomenal.
Believe me, you're great at what you do. You are great at what you do. I love listening to you on Friday nights. All right, that wraps it up for today. We'll be back tomorrow. At least we're scheduled to be.
I think so.